Welcome, Nerd Nation, to this latest edition of the Sports Nerd Show. We are a collection of sports nerds whose mission is to bring you as much sports talk as time allows over the next 60 minutes. Although we will strive to be highly informative and equally as entertaining over the next hour, we must warn you that there may be some cuss words along the way. But we don't give a damn because that is the way most humans in the real world tend to talk, and we, the sports nerds, are no exception. So without further ado, Nerd Nation, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as I present to you the founder and host of this crazy-ass show, Scott, the Sports Nerd Wright.
Hello, everyone. After a long hiatus due to technical difficulties, due to other issues, the Sports Nerds are back live on the air. Joining me tonight are the usual suspects, Mr. Elliot Big E Lava, Mr. Wayne the Professor Lynch, and of course Ken, Mr. Hotspot himself, Ken Coslow.
Read that again.
Smoke signals. Okay, we
Yeah.
go with smoke signals. That's right.
All my responses will be delivered in smoke signals.
Yeah, because he can never connect. That's the problem. Anyway.
Will you get the contact when you send it?
Yeah.
Anyway, fellas, it's good to see you guys again on live and in charge. I'm sorry I have missed you guys. It's been over a week since not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, since we've done a show. It is good to see you. And
Good to see you too.
I hope everybody's in good health.
Yep.
And has had a good. I mean, Elliot's got his connection back, so that's a good thing. Because Elliot was complaining about not having internet for a while because it was sporadic, but he's back, and that's good to see too. A lot has happened since we last got together, fellas. I don't know where to start, to be honest.
Who can I ask
I'm
a
gonna-
I have
question?
an idea.
I'm going to open up the panel to discuss whatever they feel like they want to talk.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
All right. This is concerning your Cleveland Browns.
Oh God.
When,
Must we
when
go
does-
there, Elliot? I mean, I'm in pain as it is.
When does LASIK eye surgery usually expire?
I don't know, but it expired. It expired for Jameis last weekend. That's for damn sure.
Because he needs to go get that LASIK recalibrated.
Oh my God.
He was
You know,
throwing
the
like
man
he was
gets-
back in Tampa.
The man has one good week, and then all of a sudden he shits the poop. You know, he just shits the bed the next weekend. It
If
just.
I be him, I'd be seeking a refund and restitution. LASIK results.
God.
Not good.
No, not good. I agree with you guys wholeheartedly.
I mean, I was going to ask that question Sunday, so I festered on it for 2 days.
Yeah, right. You've been pestering on him since Sunday. Thanks. Oh God. Let's move on and say, how about them Yankees, Elliot?
How about them?
Ooh.
We haven't talked about the Yankees yet.
They lost to a team that played with better fundamentals. They outmanaged us, obviously, because Aaron Buffoon is no real baseball manager. Okay.
What happened to Aaron Judge? He fizzed out.
Well, I mean, he started to wake up there in Game 5, but then he fell asleep in the field. You know,
Yep.
what are you going to do? You know what I'm
He
saying?
dropped that line ball. Yeah, he dropped that line drive. Right, I got that.
Look,
Personally, I think they lost it in the first game. I think they
was
lost
just
the
gonna
series in
say
the first
that,
game.
Wayne. Hey, Wayne, stay out of my brain for a second. Okay? I knew this series was just about over when Aaron Boone decided to use his usual managerial idiocy to put in Nestor Cortez, who hadn't pitched in 37 freaking days, okay, to face in that particular situation, all right,
In the 10th inning?
in the 10th inning, all right, he prematurely took out Garrett Cole in the 7th when he
Yep.
should have left to go back in the 8th, with 88.
Yeah, because Garrett was pitching brilliantly. Garrett Cole was doing a great job.
Man. He was cooking in that game before all them errors happened too.
Yes.
In game 5. But it was up to Boone, and he was criticized very highly by Jeter, A-Rod, a bunch of other people, that he should have left Cole in there. Okay. But his usual idiocy as far as how he manages always blows up in his face, because you know what? In that situation, you don't bring in Nestor Cortez, who was a thorn in the Cleveland Guardians sign, the left-hander out of the bullpen. Tim Hill. Why wasn't Tim Hill in the game at that point? Because he was the factor as to why we got past Cleveland.
Yeah, Hill pretty much shut down the Cleveland Bats and went in the AL.
Whenever he was whenever he took the mound, he shut down.
Yeah,
and he done the same thing with the Dodgers. All right, the second game could have gone either way. Third game we got shut out. They were looking as bad as they could have looked offensively, but I'll take a page from the Dodgers scouting report, and that is that they always said if you get on base and you're aggressive on the bases, the Yankees will find a way to hurt themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they don't make good decisions base running, because if it wasn't for that grand slam, Volpe would have been in deep shit after he didn't score on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He went back to tag. Come on, man! You run 3/4 of the way. You got plenty of time to get back. If you don't make it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So between that and the fundamentals, and then you get to that 5th inning, we're up 5-0. Everything's looking good. Everything's lined up to bring it back to LA. And then all of a sudden, Judge drops a fly ball any one of us could have caught. Okay.
Right.
Then Volpe makes a bad decision. Well, I don't say the decision was bad because he had the time to get the guy out at third, but he rushed it. Horrible in the dirt.
He rushed it. Yep.
Right? Okay, so Garrett Cole tries to save the situation, strikes out Ohtani, strikes out Betts, and then what?
Well, then he forgot that
no one covers the bag.
He struck out Ohtani and he struck out the guy before Ohtani. Then came Betts. Betts hits the ball down to first base. First of all, as a pitcher, you train for that through
you always run to first base if it goes to the first baseman. Always.
And no one covers the bag.
Is going to be there. Especially if you know your first baseman, first of all, is slow.
Okay.
And he's playing deeper than usual. Okay. So, yeah. And he came out with the excuse, it was a bad angle, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it was a mental mistake that probably rubbed off on you from your manager, because he the entire team when it comes to making mental, decisions. And he doesn't cover that base, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open.
Yep.
And then he's kept making the mistakes of bringing people in he shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I was looking forward to, and my dream was snatched immediately after that game was over, is that they're planning on bringing Boone back next year.
Oh my God!
I was wondering about that.
Well, then in that case, more of the same.
They didn't take the time to think about it in an off season. They're coming back. Him, Cashman.
Well, more of the same next year then.
I mean, if you know what, the old adage is, if you don't change anything and you expect things to change, they're all going to be always going to be the same.
That's the definition. That's the definition of
insanity.
Yeah, I'm just saying that in all actuality, we got. And the thing is, you know what? For all the complaints that people, have thrown towards Judge, MLB's darling didn't do so freaking good in the World Series either. Okay, Mr.
Shohei. Well, no, and the reason that is because of the injury.
Yes,
Shohei got injured.
Before the injury, he hadn't done anything.
Right, but he injured his left shoulder sliding into second base.
Yeah.
Why the hell was he playing? And I knew that people were going to use that as an excuse.
Well, that's on
But
on
you
the
know what?
manager and
Offensively,
Shohei.
Judge was actually better than Ohtani in the World Series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least
All
on
I'm
a lighter
saying is,
note,
you know what? All I'm saying is I'm okay. Dodgers won. Congratulations to them. They had the better team. They had the better scouts. They had the better manager. They had it all. Okay.
yeah.
But
Well,
the
at
one
least on
thing
the
I
lighter,
can the one thing I can hang my hat on is that we made it to the World Series. Okay. Because there were 28 other teams that wish they had. Whether win or lose, you get
The Guardians being one of them, and I'm upset about that. You know, it is
exactly.
what it is.
So
well, at least on
But I'll tell you what,
on
I
a
was
lighter
so
note,
proud of I was so proud of the Guardians and their performance in the ALDS. I you know what? And when they got the ALCS, I did not expect them to beat the Yankees because the Yankees are so good. But I was very proud of the way they got to the ALCS, the way they went through Detroit like they did. So they played very well. I'm happy with that. Not bad for a first-year manager. We get a lot of talent coming back from this team to next year, so we're still in the race. So that's a good thing.
well, on a lighter note, Judge has been invited to Times Square on New Year's
yeah,
Eve. So,
you know what?
so he can drop the ball.
So you can
you
drop the ball. Yeah.
you about 4 days late with that meme.
Well, we haven't been on the air since last
Hey,
Sunday.
just like Ron. Matter of fact, I shared that meme 4 days ago, okay? Because I thought it was funny.
But
It
we
ain't
haven't
so
been
funny now
live
since it is 4 days old.
Elliot, so it was I don't know. It's all right.
Well, like I said, when he brought in Nestor Cortez after over a month of not pitching
Yeah.
instead of Tim
And
Hill, I'm
You
like,
know what? Not
That
that he
was
brought
a
him
really
in, that he brought him in that situation.
Mhm.
If he
Yeah,
would have
that's a
brought him in the middle
situation.
of the
The guy
game,
hasn't played so long. Why you bring him into the game?
I'm just saying it's not that he brought him into the game. It's at
it's
what
when he
point
brought him in.
brought him in. Okay.
Well,
If
part
you
of
got a guy
that's
that
been-
hasn't pitched for 37 days, you bring him in the 5th or 6th inning so he can get a little warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that what you have a pitching coach for, though? Don't you have a pitching coach that says, "Hey, he ain't ready"?
No, I literally said when they brought him in the game. Now I didn't expect Freddie Freeman to hit a grand slam, but I said Freddie's going to get a hit, and since the bases were loaded, they're going to win with 2 runs anyway. The runner from second is going to score. I didn't know he was
Right.
going to hit one, to the moon.
And here's the irony of it all. Okay, is that 2 years ago in free agency, we chose to sign Anthony Rizzo over Freddie Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Say
Yep.
your past can come back to bite you.
Or
Yep.
to haunt you. Yes.
Hit him in the ass.
And sure enough, it freaking did. Okay. But this World Series loss, if I can make a movie out of it, I would call it The Tale of Two Aarons.
The Tale of Two Aarons.
Aaron
Boone
Boone,
and Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Boone and Judge.
Yep.
I like that buffoon.
So
Aaron
now that we got that old news out of the way,
Before we go, I want to ask you something. Who do you expect to lose in the off-season free agency?
well, we already got Garrett.
so?
We got Cole back. He
Cole
tried
back,
to
okay.
He tried to play poker and lost. Okay. He told
Soto
him
coming back?
He threatened to go free agent if they didn't put $36 million on him. And the Yankees said, "Okay, see ya." And then he turned around and said, "Oh, wait a minute." So at least they
You
still
mean
got good.
Garrett Cole tried to bluff the Yankees? Are you kidding me?
Huh?
You mean tell me that Garrett Cole tried to bluff the Yankees?
He tried to play bluff poker with the Yankees and lost, man. I mean, he still got his $144 million. Okay.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to opt out like that.
Right.
Now he's there. He'll be there for the next 4 years, and that's all.
and he'll only be good for 1 or 2 of those years, and then he'll do his he'll go into the tank just like any.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He takes good care of himself. He's a good athlete. I mean, he could pitch a few more years. I don't see why not. I
Yep.
mean, his game
You want to go to new business, Elliot? Go ahead.
is very. Huh?
I said you wanted to go into new business. Go ahead. What are you talking about? New stuff.
Well, let's talk about what happened.
The trade deadline.
Oh, I forgot that. It's a little far behind, but since we're digging into the past, congratulations to my New York Liberty,
Mhm.
Yes,
WNBA
very good.
champions.
Very good.
First time.
Yep.
Just want to give it up to that.
You got the
What
trade
else we got
deadline that
going
was expired today. Yeah, the trade deadline was today.
Oh yeah, the trade deadline. I see that Cleveland gifted Zadarius Smith to the
Yep.
Detroit
Because
Lions.
Yes,
Because
because
they're
they're Cleveland.
I think that was the appropriate response. The first one you gave, Scott.
Yes, I think so too, Wayne.
What the hell are you drinking?
There's a little bit of soda in my drink, so it's getting the carbonation's making me burp. I
Okay.
apologize for that. But I don't know where to go with the Browns because I don't know if it's the coach or if it's the front office. I don't know.
You guys are so bad you can't.
It's confusing to me because I don't know who to point fingers at. I mean, fans are pointing fingers at Stefanski. They're pointing fingers at Andrew Berry for making that trade. That trade is the reason where we are right now. The trade for number 4 is reason why we are right here in this moment with the Browns. That's what happened. That's because we didn't have a first-round pick for 3 years due to that trade. We were not able to strengthen our defense or add weapons to the offense because of that trade. And number 4 is the reason why we are here where we are. And that's all I'm going to say. Whether it was Andrew Berry, whether it was Jimmy Haslam, whether it was Kevin Stefanski, I don't care. That's why we're here where we are. They wasted 3 years on a guy that was never going to get them where they wanted to go.
It was a group effort.
Pretty much.
A management
If
group effort.
you go back into the Wayback Machine to when they did that trade, Stefanski and Berry were both standing next to number 4, smiling from ear to ear about the trade. So, it is what it is.
You know who's smiling ear to ear right now? Zadarius
Well,
Smith.
no, but Houston is also smiling ear to ear because
He's going from a loser. He's going from a loser to a winner.
you know what? To be honest, guys, I am a Lions fan right now because the Lions. I'm really enjoying watching the Lions play.
Oh man! Well, the approval of the bandwagon application
Yes,
came
it
back
did.
from Detroit.
And that was approved. Thank you.
That was quick.
Hey, I'd like to see the seal. Can you show me the document with the seal on it?
So, anyway,
You know he's got an application for every team.
except
right?
Dallas, Elliot. I won't go to Dallas.
We'll let you go on.
Well, I know because you use that one.
Yeah, Dallas
as
is
toilet paper.
what I park next to my toilet when I want to wipe my ass. So it is what it is. Sorry, Ken, but you're with me.
Dallas
I
one is your
apologize to
favorite
Ken,
team.
but he's on the same page and he agrees with me, so it's all good. And now Dak is out 4 weeks because he got a bad hamstring. Good luck with that.
That would be a Dallas. Hey, that would be a Dallas
So-
do right.
And also CeeDee Lamb's hurt too with his shoulder. So as Annie Agar said today, in her Week 9 recap, 35% of the Dallas Cowboy roster are getting MRIs.
Well, they're probably 35% of the freaking payroll too.
Correct.
Here's a question that I want to posit.
Again, they're done.
Here's a question I want to posit. What if Cooper Rush comes in in the next 3 or
What
4
if
weeks,
my-
and he wins 3 out of 4, what then?
If he wins 3 out of 4,
Yeah.
Wayne,
let's see.
you're talking about Cooper
We got-
Rush now, okay? This
we
is
got-
Cooper
Hey,
Rush.
he won how many?
Texans.
4 out of 5 when he was in there a couple years ago.
History
We got
is
the Eagles,
so
Texans, Commandos, and the Giants. Which 3 of those 4 you think they're going to win?
No. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win 3 out of 4. But I'm just, hypothetical. The Giants still beat the Giants.
Hypothetical.
There is no hypothetical. Daniel
I think
Jones and the
he-
Giants.
If they
beat
win
the Cowboys
3
right
out of
now,
the
Wayne.
next 4,
I think Cooper.
if they win 3 out of the next
I think
4, that
Cooper
makes
Rush
them
beat
6 and
the
6.
Giants twice.
And who knows?
Oh,
I mean-
and you want to hear something crazy? Did any of you guys watch Good Morning Football today?
No.
Daniel Jones won the scepter. He won angry runs for that touchdown run he had
that
over the
touchdown
weekend.
run?
Yes.
Hmm.
Daniel Jones was awarded the scepter by Kyle Brandt for his touchdown run against I don't even know who they fucking played. I don't care, but it's still. Guess maybe it was the Eagles. I don't remember. Anyway, he won the scepter.
This might sound a little
No.
far-fetched, okay?
Washington.
But I believe, honestly, that if Daniel Jones didn't play for the New York Giants or in the metropolitan area, he might be good on a different team.
Well, with
Because
better quarterback instruction,
He has the skills. He
with
has
better
the skills
quarterback, you're
necessary
talking about
to
with
be-
better quarterback coaching is what you're talking about.
with a whole new atmosphere. You know how sometimes people just can't handle the mental aspect of playing in New York
Right.
or around the metropolitan area media. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
broken people in the
Right.
past. I don't know how many times the Yankees went out and got free agents and they fizzled with the Yankees, and then they went out and had good careers with everybody else. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Because of
Yes.
the mental aspect of it.
Well, and a perfect example of that is Minnesota.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold was having a career year in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I'm of the belief that he got the correct coaching while he was in San Francisco last year.
Well, look
That
at Malik
transfers
Willis.
to where he is now.
Malik Willis. Dude, Malik Willis would have the Packers quarterbacking job if it wasn't for Jordan Love, because he played that well.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
Well,
he
not
didn't-
only that, if going back to Daniel Jones, he has nobody around him as well. Except for Malik Neighbors now. Saquon Barkley's gone. So not only is it a lack of QB coaching or getting coached
Don't
up,
sleep on
but it's
that
a lack
rookie
of
guy.
talent around.
Don't sleep on that rookie Tyrone Tracy Jr. Dude, that dude is money. He just
Well,
took
okay,
Devin,
now you had him and Malik Neighbors, and now you got 2.
he just took
Yeah.
Devin Singletary's job. Period. Okay.
Yeah, their offensive line is still rough.
Darius Slayton ain't no slouch either. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, well, their offensive line
their offensive
their
line is
offensive line-
trash.
is trash.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's interchangeable with Cleveland's offensive line.
Dang, there's another shot.
Speaking of Saquon
But
Barkley,
when you
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Saquon,
got to be
What the
the
hell
run
was
of
that?
the year.
did you
It's
see
got
that?
to be the run of the year.
That was the play of the year. Run, that was the
Yeah.
play of the year.
I'm just saying, I saw
He
that
didn't
and I
just
went,
run. He didn't just run.
I
He
saw that
hurled
one.
himself up over the freaking defender, dude.
he pulled a Spider-Man for Christ's sake.
Yes.
You know
Yeah,
how hard
he
it is
pulled
to
a
do
damn
that?
Spider-Man for
Run?
Christ's
That's turning in midair while you're doing it. Come on now.
What the hell was that?
He did the Fosbury flop.
That's some freaking shit. That's what that was.
That was.
It
I
was
had to
sweet.
rewind it. I had to rewind it a couple times to make sure that he did
I
it.
watched it 20 times.
Well,
There's a
yeah, if you
video
turn
out
on the
there
TV,
of-
you could have seen it, every 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's a video out there of a camera view from the sidelines of the Philadelphia Eagles, and pretty much the reaction of the sideline, the players on the sideline, was like what our reaction was. Amazing. Like, what the hell just happened?
There was some pretty spectacular plays this weekend. Going back to Thursday, Garrett Wilson's touchdown catch,
Right.
where he
And
went
then-
into the Jordan
and then-
throws,
and then-
basically.
And
Got
then
his shin
Smith
in.
caught a hell of a one from in Philadelphia too.
And the one that
Devontae
hurt
Smith?
you,
Yeah, that was a good
Devontae
catch.
Smith.
Yeah,
I mean, there was some highlight reels going on in the NFL this week.
I tell you what, guys, OBJ started a freaking trend back in the day when he got that
Oh,
catch.
yeah,
That
everybody wants
one-hander.
one-handed circuit catches now.
Everybody wants to be OBJ now and
Mhm.
just throw us fans into a sunder with like, oh my God, how the hell did he do that? And that's every week now.
Anytime somebody makes a catch like that, the first comparison goes to the OBJ catch.
OBJ.
Yes.
I get that. But
Because
you know
he was
what?
the innovator, Elliot.
Well, he's the originator, the innovator. You call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? He used to
Yep.
practice that in his pregame warm-ups. He used to practice catching
Yep.
balls like that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I don't think that there's ever going to be a play that outshines that one. That one, I think.
Well, I don't know.
Nothing sure.
Saquon Barkley put his bid in for that after Sunday.
He didn't score. He didn't score a touchdown on that play, so that automatically
Mhm.
disqualifies it. Okay. OBJ.
I mean, it was what, a 5-yard run, maybe?
OBJ was
Or actually,
working
it was
through.
a screen pass.
OBJ
Excuse
was
me, it was a
working
screen
through.
pass.
OBJ was working through a pass interference while twisting in the air. The ball was behind him.
Yep.
He wasn't even looking at it. He reached out, caught it with 3 freaking fingers,
Yep.
and brought it back to us and got his entire body in bounds in the process and
Correct.
scored a touchdown.
And aside from the interference, there were 3 defenders around him.
I mean, again, that's like the dunk. Ain't nobody ever going to duplicate the dunk Michael Jordan did from the free.
Oh, no, not at all.
Never.
No.
Never. Okay. So.
Or the one that Vince Carter did in the Olympics against France.
Oh, yeah.
Is Bronny still stuck on 2 points?
What's that?
Is Bronny still stuck on 2 points in his NBA career now?
No, I think he's been demoted to the.
Yeah, he's in the G League.
He's in the
Oh, he
G
in the
League.
G League?
Yeah.
So he might score 5 a game down there, huh?
It was a publicity stunt for him to play with his dad. It was all that was.
It is.
And he got his only
It's
point.
not a publicity stunt. It's an ego feeding process for freaking LeBron.
Well, that
James,
too.
you know?
But
Yeah.
ultimate irony, he's got his only points in Cleveland when they played Cleveland.
Yeah, when they were down by 24, he took the lead to 22.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Speaking of Cleveland Cavaliers, damn.
the Cavaliers are now 8-0. They've just beaten Milwaukee in back-to-back games,
Well,
and
that ain't
they
saying much
are
'cause Milwaukee's
cruising.
1-6. Milwaukee's 1-6. That's not saying much. You can't trust Milwaukee right now. You can't trust Philadelphia because Joel Embiid.
Well,
doesn't wanna
Embiid just
play.
got suspended.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't want to play anyway. That's why he got his ass suspended.
Well, you know what? And Embiid shoved a columnist in the locker room. That's why he got suspended.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Jones.
Well, out here on the West Coast, let's just say I'm enjoying this 3-game losing streak by the Fakers. I'm sorry, the Lakers.
By the Fakers.
Um,
the Fakers is right.
I'm enjoying it. JJ.
You don't like the
man,
NBA. You don't have an NBA team, Wayne.
No, if I had to follow an NBA team and put my heart and soul into an NBA team, it would probably be the San Antonio Spurs because I love Greg Popovich as a coach.
Which
Oh,
thoughts
by
to
the
him,
way,
he
Talk to
thoughts to
him.
Greg because he dealt with an illness. And
Yeah.
here's to hoping he's okay.
Yeah. So it would be the San Antonio Spurs if I had to take an NBA team.
Pop is in my top 5 of all-time NBA coaches at this point.
Yeah. He's my favorite NBA coach.
Well,
Current.
you know what?
Current.
Because he don't hold back what's going on in his brain.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The only blemish I think that Popovich, at least to me, the most glaring one is that he was the one that started this whole load management crap. Okay. A few
Yeah, with
seasons
Kawhi Leonard.
True.
With Kawhi Leonard.
And
He's the
Manu
one
Ginobili,
he's
Tony
the
Parker.
innovator. He was the innovator and the whatchamacallit, the launching pad, okay, for the idea of load management. And to this day, I could say that that's the one thing in his legacy that I think provides a pretty big stain, if you ask me, because it just ruined the game. And the aspect of the game where everybody plays every night, no matter what, unless they're totally incapable of doing so, came to an end.
Yep.
And that hurts fans, especially fans who want to see the big players in their city, but the team only comes through there once.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They save all their money to see this person play, and then they take a load management day off. People probably mortgage their houses to buy freaking tickets to go see this, whoever
Yeah,
it might
probably.
be.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, that's just wrong, because guess who's paying your freaking money? The goddamn fans with all them ticket prices.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, when I went to WrestleMania 26, we had upstairs nosebleed seats. We got them for $25. Okay. I went to the site to try to snag WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. The lowest price tickets upstairs were $1,400.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Mhm.
WrestleMania is not cheap.
But again, when I went to WrestleMania just a few years back, okay, it was only $25. Now it's over $1,400.
Did you see what some of the ticket prices were for the World Series?
Oh yeah,
They had some
absolutely.
pretty prime tickets for $23,000.
I seen all that nonsense, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, guys, we've come into an
But you know
era.
what? I don't love anybody.
We've come into the
I
era
don't love
where
anybody or anything.
possible for the normal citizen,
The common
Mm.
common folk like the four of us, don't
Yeah.
make a lot of, they don't make six figures a year. Okay.
Mhm.
It has become impossible for us to attend professional sporting events. I go to get tickets for the Lightning, and I'm looking at $200 for the $300, which is the top in Emily Arena. Okay.
Mhm.
I look at Buccaneers tickets in case the Browns come to town. I can't get a ticket for under $200. Okay. Back when I lived in Tampa, okay, I'm talking about the Tony Dungy years. I could walk into the parking lot at Raymond James Stadium, put my finger in the air, and have a ticket in my hand within 20 minutes for $60.
Yep.
Did you ever go to a game at Tampa Stadium?
No, because by the time when I lived in
Raymond James?
Tampa, it was 98, and they were building Raymond James, and Tampa was coming, and the sombrero was coming down.
Okay.
I think 98 was the first year for Tampa at Raymond James. I think.
I think it was something like
Okay. And that's the first year I was living in Tampa. But yeah, I could walk. I mean, and I was walking. I could walk across the street because I was living across the street from the stadium. I just walk over the bridge from Legends Field into Tampa's parking lot, put my finger in the air, and have a ticket in my hand within 10, 15 minutes for $60. That was great. It's fantastic. So
Not today.
No.
Not anymore.
no,
You know, I had to remind myself that for me, the show was starting to become 1 hour later. So, for instance, on Sunday, when the show was it's still 7:30 Eastern, right? Or Sunday, 7:30 Eastern to me was 4:30.
Right.
Because I wasn't in the mountain time zone.
Mhm.
Right.
Sunday came around and I'm sitting there going, oh shit. 4:30? No, I don't start the show till 5:30.
they don't.
Good time now.
Yeah, Arizona doesn't change their
We
clock.
don't change our clocks. We don't change our clocks, but we switch
Yeah.
time zones.
So now you're only 2 hours behind us instead of 3.
Now I'm 2 instead of 3.
I think
Right. And then when
Be
springtime
back
comes
to spring.
around,
I think
We'll go back.
Arizona and Michigan are
Yeah.
one of the two states that do not change
No,
their time at all.
Arizona,
There's
Arizona,
a
and Indiana.
portion in Indiana that doesn't, Wayne. There's a
Arizona and
portion
Indiana.
in Indiana that doesn't either.
Okay.
And that was famously indicated on an episode of West Wing many years ago that Indiana there's a certain geographic area in Indiana that doesn't change their clocks all year round like the rest of us do.
But before we go any further, I'd like to ask Ken about that blockbuster trade the Cowboys made today for Jonathan
boy.
Mingo.
It cost them more to get Jonathan Wingo than it did to trade Amari Cooper. I'm just saying. You got a hell of a GM there in Dallas, Kenny. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Jonathan Mingo.
he's a wheeler dealer, all right.
I mean, they gave up more for Mingo than they gave up for Amari Cooper when he was traded to the Browns.
What cracks me up is this morning, Jerry Jones on the radio show talking about, yeah, we're not giving up. We got some stuff. We got some irons in the fire. We're going to do some stuff here.
We're
before
still
the
all
deadline.
in. We're still all in.
Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah, you're all in, all right. You're all in the toilet.
Hey,
They traded a
Jonathan Mingo.
fourth rounder to the Panthers.
Wow.
They traded a fourth round draft pick to
Yes.
the Panthers.
Carolina.
Look, man,
They just made Carolina season.
if Jonathan Mingo couldn't make it with the Carolina Panthers, what makes you think he's going to make a
got-
difference?
He's got 12 catches this year.
In 9 games, 12 catches.
Yeah, that's worth a fourth round draft pick. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got 12
okay.
receptions for 121
I
yards
would
this season.
I like
I
that.
would
All
love.
What was that? 12 catches for 121 yards?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yep.
Correct.
in 9 games.
Hey, well, that's 10 yards a catch.
I would
Look on the
love.
bright side.
I would love to play poker with Jerry Jones.
You would win a bucket load.
I
Kenny.
would
I'm just saying.
clean his. I would own the Cowboys.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, once again, look at the bright side. 12 catches for 121 yards. That's 10 yards a catch. So at least every time he catches the ball, he's guaranteed to get you a first down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he may only get one
That's why
catch
he
a
won't
game,
get.
Ken. That's the whole thing. I'm just
For a
saying.
first down, hey.
What happens with the other 10 games? All right.
I am so done
He's
with him
good
this
for
year.
one time. He's good for one pass, 10-yard pass a game. Oh
One
my
of the
God.
biggest trades today, though, was that Lattimore went to the Commanders.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, a lot of
Yeah,
people
but he's
want to go
still
to
recovering from
Washington now. New regime.
Everybody wants to. Yeah.
He's recovering from a hamstring right now, so that's.
What do you say? What did you say, Elliot?
I said he's recovering from a hamstring injury right now.
But
Lattimore.
Marshawn's still one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL at this point.
Even with a bad
That's okay.
hamstring. Hey,
With that hamstring, he's better than most cornerbacks.
yeah, he went from worst to first.
As long as your name ain't Stevenson and you're a quarterback, your reputation is what's his name? Tyreek Stevenson or some shit.
Tyreek.
Ah.
Ken, I'm just gonna say this, Ken. I am so glad that they're picking on the Cowboys and not the Browns right now. I'm just happy, okay?
Well, you should have brought that up because now I might have to start.
Well, you
picking
can pick on the Browns all
just
you
'cause
want,
mentioned
Elliot, because they deserve it anyway. That's all good.
Well,
But you know who I really
that win over Cleveland's really hurting our strength of schedule. I mean,
Not, hey, kid, not only your strength,
Ben Costlow, he still got it.
you know
not
who
only
I
your strength of schedule, but your strength of victory.
strength of victory, yeah.
Yeah, strength of victory. That's not helping that either.
No, it's not either. I can't remember who else we beat. It's been so long ago.
You know who I think actually did really good at the deadline was the Steelers.
Yeah.
They picked
Yeah,
up
the
Mike
Steelers
Williams.
get Williams from the Jets today.
He's gonna.
Yep.
That's gonna make Williams' game improve because again, it's about the touch passes, and that's what Williams was used to with Justin Herbert in
Right.
San Diego. He can
Yep.
get the ball to you. You know what I'm saying? And they also got Preston Smith from the Packers, a pass rusher. Okay, to make that defense even more legit than what it is. All right. So now
Yep.
you got Pickens on one side, you got Michael Williams on the other. Watch out for the Steelers.
Good
Because they
God,
could
you know how
make
much
some
that
serious
pains me to
moves.
see? It freaking hurts. You know what, though? The Steelers will not beat the Ravens. The Ravens are the number one team in the AFC right now.
Well,
Even better
you
than
know what?
Kansas City.
You can't really say that because you know the old adage, division games are always up for grabs.
Yeah, because the Browns beat the Ravens last week, and then they shit the brick this week. So, yeah.
I'm just
What I
saying.
would have liked to have seen, what I would like to have seen this morning is Aaron Rodgers' reaction to seeing that Williams was traded when he was on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah,
He
he was.
found out about it when he was on the show.
Well, Pat McAfee asked him
what?
right when he came on the show. He said, "So, how many trades have you made today? And is anybody else getting cut or fired here, Mr. GM?"
You got to love Pat McAfee. You just got to love it. And,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
let me just do a side note here. How cool is Jason Kelsey? How freaking cool is Jason Kelsey with what he did over the weekend in Penn State? He grabbed that fan's phone and just slammed it to the ground when the fan called his brother a faggot.
Hmm.
Called him a
Turned around and called the
faggot
other
for
guy a
dating
faggot, too.
Taylor Swift. And Kelsey went, we ain't going there. I'm slamming your phone down. He's not going to be disciplined by ESPN. He went on Monday Night Countdown last night and apologized when he didn't really have to because that fan was being a dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's fun is Annie Agar came back today, and I quoted her on this. She at the end of her video, she says, "Why should the fan should not be surprised of what happened with Kelsey because he goes to Penn State and they're used to panicking they're used to choking under pressure, which is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Go Buckeyes." Yeah, how about that University of Michigan, Ken? Are you pissed off about that, or what's going on with you?
Oh, you mean Oregon came in and
No, they're as bad as the Cowboys are.
But
they're the
here's
Cowboys?
the
Hey,
difference between-
they're the Cowboys North, huh?
here's the difference between University of Michigan and Dallas. University of Michigan, you're only there for at
4 years.
best 4 years. So when that class leaves, just like they did this past year, you need to replenish. What Jerry Jones as the GM of the Cowboys, that's just stupid. I mean, they're you're going to leave college at some point.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Kenny. Jim Harbaugh left that university in shambles. He really did.
Yes.
He really did.
Yeah.
He knew when to get out, and he got out just in time because Michigan's now under investigation or under suspension.
Oh no, they're not. That's nothing going to happen to that.
So,
That's
he left the university in shambles, basically.
we got what we wanted.
The national championship.
Got the national championship. That's fine with me.
But they're going to lose to Ohio State the next 5 years.
So not
Well,
to be
we'll see.
outdone, the Ravens went and got
I got
Tre'Davious
news
White,
for you.
Los Angeles Rams.
Ohio State's going to lose to Indiana.
No, they're not.
Oh yes, they are. Oh yes, they are. You walk.
Oh, Indiana's balling this year. I would not be shocked if they lose to Indiana. I would not be shocked.
Calling it right now.
We'll see.
I got Indiana and Oregon in the Big Ten championship game.
Two teams that it wasn't on my bingo card. I can tell you that.
Well, not this time last year. No, hell no.
This coach at Indiana is for real. I mean, he ain't afraid of nothing.
Well, apparently the rankings come out today. I haven't seen them yet. I don't think they've been announced yet.
You're about to come out.
I think it's
Um,
4 o'clock. Well, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah,
Hey,
15 minutes.
is anybody but Dave paying attention to what Buffalo's doing these days?
I mean, they had a really good win against the Dolphins. I mean, they
Yeah.
came back to win that game. They were, they were struggling.
61-yard field goal to win it.
61 yards by what's his name, Blake or Bet or whatever his
Tyler
name is.
Bass.
Tyler Bass. Thank you, Elliot.
Oh, yeah.
Which is his longest career field goal for him.
That's the longest in Buffalo history, too.
Yeah. So, but I'm not sure Buffalo is as good or can beat either Kansas City or Baltimore right now. I think because those are the top three teams in the AFC. That's obvious. Baltimore, Kansas City, and Buffalo, the top three teams in the AFC right now. But it's going to be an interesting scenario when AC has to go to Buffalo, which is not going to be not too far off. But Buffalo's already lost Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. They played Baltimore earlier in the season. They lost that game.
Yes.
Buffalo,
Okay.
yeah, they got
Buffalo,
stumped,
yeah.
35-10.
Yeah.
Um,
I got a question for all three of you.
AGS.
Uh-oh.
I got 3
Okay.
letters for you. Go ahead.
Last night, Tampa Bay scores, and then kicks the extra point to tie it and send it to overtime.
And they
I
should've
knew this
got-
question was coming. I knew it.
Wouldn't you have gone for 2 and try to win it right there?
When you've got Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the field,
Yeah.
knowing damn well if you kick the extra point and tie the game and go into overtime, it's a 50-50 chance you're going to win that toss. If you lose that toss,
That's great.
you're going to lose.
Yeah,
You're going to lose because Patrick's going to drive him down the field.
Especially when the
I would have
referee
gone for
tosses
2.
a two-headed coin and Kansas City wins the toss. So,
What'd you say, Elliot?
especially when the
What'd you
ref
say?
brings out the two-headed coin and tosses it in Kansas City's favor.
Well, yeah, you got that too. But yeah, Ken, I would have gone for 2 because that's the
I
only
would
way
have
that
too.
you would have beat Kansas City is if you've gone for 2 and make it. If you
Well, the
miss
problem I have
Any
is
chance
that
of winning- if you have any chance of winning the game without Mahomes ever touching the ball again, you take that freaking
do it.
chance.
you got to
Yeah.
do it. Plus, that face mask on Worth, the right tackle, or the left tackle for
Mhm.
Tampa, when there was no face mask,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Just like
That was plain as
false
day.
start- Just like that false start by number
False
74.
start, yeah.
And
Mhm.
the pass that Kelsey caught down by the 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They didn't call that either.
Yep.
Nope. So they called a face mask that didn't exist, and then they bother not. So come on. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, except for when it comes to Kansas City.
Well, that first pass he caught in overtime, that was backfield in motion. They had 2 players
Yeah.
in motion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a break.
So there's my conspiracy theories when it comes to the referees and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And did you see when they panned to the stadium to the fans? There was a couple of guys in referees' jerseys.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that?
No, I
Mhm.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. They panned through and there was people in the crowd in referee jerseys. That tells me all I need to know.
Red and white stripe.
Yeah. Well.
Some of these officials belong to Foot Locker.
Yeah.
And they make it so obvious sometimes too. It's like,
Yes,
really? people?
absolutely.
Have money will travel.
Yep. It's ridiculous, but like I
So
said,
what else are we looking at?
North Turner's been hired by the Raiders as an advisor
yeah.
Poor Norv.
after the Raiders cleared out their whole offensive staff.
Poor Norv.
So North
Poor
Turner's coming in. What is he? 90? What is he? 120 years old at this point, Wayne? I mean, it's.
Norv Turner?
I mean, the guy isn't exactly a spring
Only
chicken.
100,
No.
only 115. Don't push him out too far. He's only 115.
Okay. Whatever.
5 years at that age is a lifetime.
Dennis,
I mean, I don't know what
Allen,
North
Norv
Turner's going to do.
Turner,
I
are
mean,
you freaking kidding me?
yeah, I know. Talk about a retread. Talk about a retread.
how about Dennis Allen being fired?
Oh, that was that was coming. I mean, especially
Yeah, that
after
was-
Law loses to Carolina, you knew that was coming.
He's
Yeah.
always sucked as a coach. He sucked in Raiderville.
They're saying Derek Carr got him fired twice.
Yep.
First in Las Vegas, now in New Orleans.
Yep.
And Derek Carr is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in NFL history. He's not good, guys. I'm just giving you advice.
No.
He's not good. He's better than his brother, but he's not good.
I think he's properly rated. He fucking sucks. That's a
Yeah,
proper
he
rating. Shit, he's earned that title of I suck. Shit.
Yeah, watch the Browns trade for him now, right?
Leave it to Cleveland. Oh, well, wait a minute. They got Jameis Winston now.
And they got DTR. They've got Dorian Thompson, whatever his
Hey,
name, DTR on the
Jameis Winston.
roster.
DTR. Dorian Thompson Robinson
Yeah,
Hey, wait,
Dorian
look.
Thompson.
from
My
UCLA.
impression of Jameis Winston.
Oh God.
That damn lazy. Man, he needs to sue that company.
And how about that last second win by Matthew Stafford and the Rams against Seattle last week?
How about that? How about that pass?
It was overtime.
Seattle kind of
It
gave him
showed
that
to
one.
me that Stafford still has it, even at his you know,
Mhm.
after 12 years in the league or whatever long it's
We're
been.
still, we're still buzzing over that Hail Mary by the Commanders last week.
I know, right?
That was crazy.
and who could predict Chicago was going to fall by the wayside after that week because they got killed by Arizona last weekend too.
Arizona, yeah, by the Cardinals.
What about Arizona's Hail Mary?
Well, I mean,
Hail Mary at
look,
halftime. How about their Hail Mary at halftime
Before
running?
Well, it was that 65-yard run at the end of the half. What the hell was Matt Eberflus thinking with that defense? Come on. Oh, that's right. It's Matt Eberflus. I apologize.
There you
I
go.
should have known better.
It's always nice when you can ask a question and
Matt
answer it
Eber-
all in the same breath.
Correct, Wayne.
Matt Eberflus, okay.
Oh, he's going to be done after this season. You can count on it.
Hey, the thing is that before long, the glaring weaknesses of somebody who can't coach a
Comes
team.
to the surface. Yeah.
I
comes
mean,
to the
I don't know why it takes so long because he's not any better than freaking Nathaniel Hackett
No,
when
he's
it comes
not.
to coaching. Okay. Only difference is Denver was smart enough to get rid of him during the first season instead of waiting to ruin a couple quarterbacks like Eberflus has.
We can give him a hell of
You
a
know.
deal on Mike
So-
McCarthy.
And you know what? I also don't feel bad for the Chicago Bears because Caleb Willis is one big shit talking motherfucker that can't back it up.
He's
He was
had
that way
some bright
this
spots, but
season.
you're right, Elliot. He hasn't really shown any consistency as far as a quarterback.
He was that way.
When you start making comments like he did, after they lost that Hail Mary game, well, I got us in front. I can't play defense.
That's where
too.
you start losing the locker room, is when you start making comments like that.
Mhm.
True that.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. I think that Williams is in it for himself.
Yep.
He's worried about his brand or
Well,
his
he's been worried about his brand
reputation or
since his
whatever.
last year in college. He was doing that last year too, Elliot.
Absolutely. He's doing it more for recognition and ego stroking, basically.
Don't
his
tell
own.
us what you can do, Caleb. Show us. And he hasn't shown us shit.
No, he showed flashes, but
Right.
that's not enough. I mean, that's all Chicago quarterbacks have been about for the
Right.
last 3 decades. Flashes. They'll show you flashes of being, this, and flashes of being that, but nothing ever sticks.
That's the beauty of Chicago quarterbacks.
Well, why did an organization like Chicago go 30 years with about 40 different coaches, and somebody like Green Bay has 3 coaches in 30 years?
Oh, Green Bay. How about Pittsburgh? 3 coaches in like 50
Yeah,
years.
Pittsburgh is the gold standard on coaching.
Yeah, 3 coaches in 50 some odd years.
They're standing up in their coaches, yeah. And that's
Yeah.
about organization. I
They
mean,
never-
this
they
is
never
why
fire
these types
coaches.
of organizations are always competing.
The only thing consistent about Chicago
No.
when it comes to quarterbacks, they're consistently inconsistent.
Yeah,
That's about it. That's
just
about
really
it.
bad.
Yeah, well, and again, that's a hats off to the Rooney family. As much as it hurts me to say, the Rooney family is just, I mean, they're so consistent and so good at running an organization. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I'm very jealous of that fact. As much as I hate to admit it, because God, I hate the Steelers so fucking bad. I really do. But they are the benchmark as far as good owners are concerned, because they stay out of the limelight. They let the football people handle the football, and Mike Tomlin has his job for as long as he wants it. You know, I
Yep.
mean, you go back to Chuck Noll.
Because the
Chuck Noll
ownership
retired, and then what's his face?
Cowherd retired.
Bill Cowher.
Cowher.
Bill
Cowher.
Cowher retired. He wasn't fired. He retired.
Mhm.
And Mike Tomlin is there. And you know what? He looks like a freaking genius for replacing Justin, what's his face, with Russell Wilson.
Damn.
Fields.
Tomlin's in line to be coach of the year right now.
Well, the way the Steelers are going, yeah. But you know what? They still have one obstacle left in front of them, and that's Baltimore.
But regardless, I mean, come on now. I mean, the Pittsburgh
Steelers and
organization,
Ravens
I
are
mean,
always a street fight.
I mean, it's just like the Dallas organization, only different.
Only different. Let me say, you know what? If Bill Parcells cannot get along with Jerry Jones, what makes you think any coach can get along with Jerry Jones?
Nobody.
Come on.
Jason Garrett.
Yeah, well, Jason Garrett was a
Yeah.
puppet. He kissed Jerry's ass for so many years. That's why he had the job for so long.
What was it, 8 years?
The Pope couldn't get along with Jerry Jones. The Pope couldn't get along
Colin
with Jerry
Coon.
Jones.
Right.
Calling Jason Garrett Captain Clap.
All the time.
That's what
Just
he
on the
does.
sidelines, all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. He was always clapping.
Clap on, clap off the clapper.
All right, fellas, let's get the hell out of here.
I got
For
some
the-
tacos to go after.
For the single number of people that have watched us tonight, we hope that
Sheila.
you voted.
Everybody's out voting. Huh?
Look like it was Sheila.
Yeah, we hope that you voted today. We look forward to a new administration, and that you went out and did your civic duty, because that's the only power that we have as citizens is our vote. We don't hide who we support, but it is what it is. Anyway, with that being said, we will be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. Whether it's just me or whether my cohorts here will join me. We will be back at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Elliot, you got something to say?
Yeah, I'll be on at 5.
You raised your hand. Huh?
5.
With the time change, he said it'll be 5.
5 for him, yes. Yeah, 5 o'clock Mountain Time, which Elliot is on.
I got 5 on it.
I will not. I will be going to a
6
football
p.m.
game.
for Ken, and then,
I will be
4
going to a
p.m. for
football
Wayne.
game.
So we're all on different time zones. Anyway, with all that being said, we will return Thursday at our normal time, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. So we got everybody involved. Okay, there we go. With that being said, we want to thank those that did attend and did see us. I will be posting this on the blockchain as well as on Spotify. And with that being said, saying Thursday, we'll know who the new president's going to be. We'll know who the Congress is going to be, we hope. And we'll see what's going on at that point.
Maybe.
On that note, Elliot, please play the outro and let's get the hell out of
Oh,
here.
wait a minute. You caught me off guard because I was like watching these vote
prediction.
I'm not going to talk for 3 minutes for 7:01. Come on, get all queued up.
Okay, you're the one that said we could do 2-hour shows if we wanted, but okay, fine.
Maybe on Sundays, not during the week.
Thank you once again, Nerd Nation, for spending part, if not all of your evening with us here for this latest episode of the Sports Nerd Show. Please keep in mind that we do this on a regular basis every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night. And since each night's start time is different, please check out our SNN group page on Facebook for the correct time. So until the next time we come together, Nerd Nation, on behalf of the Sports Nerd and his co-hosts, and Cosmo, Doug Olson, Wayne Lynch, and me, JD, may your life be filled with all the best sports action anyone human can handle, as well as all the joy it can possibly bring you. And with all that